Hello everyone. Mm, Sonu and Mridula, Ashwini, very good evening. Can you just confirm if my audio and video is fine? Good evening, Sonu. Hi, Mridula. Just confirm if my yeah, Mridula, we missed you, so no problem, but not an issue. But then I certainly missed you. Okay, so all clear? All right, cool then. All right. Just a moment. I forgot to send the link of my class. Just give me one moment. I'll just forward the link and start the class. Okay. Yeah, there you go. All right. Ma'am, not screen meaning? What's wrong with the screen? Screen is not clear, you mean? All right. Anyway, I don't know. Let me start the class. Very not clear. Mridula, not clear to you either, the video? I don't know, yeah, maybe network connectivity or something. Maybe Sonu, Ashwini. Ashwini, you joined at 4 o'clock, didn't you? You are from Educator app, right? Okay. Okay, cool. All right, let me begin. Very good evening to all of you. Sridhija, welcome to my class. And all you guys are on Unacademy, a platform that caters to the needs of all you students to crack your toughest of examinations with the help of obviously top educators, quality content, and obviously not to forget the great learning experience. Therefore, together, let us crack 9th and 10th CBSE examinations with Unacademy. With the access to unlimited live and recorded courses from India's best educators. Before I proceed, let me formally introduce myself to you all. I am Tasneem Ahmed and I have completed my master's and MPhil and also been certified in TESOL. And I have trained a bunch of students and I also have enough of experience. Therefore, be rest assured, you can totally trust me when it comes to English. Having said that, today's topic is finite and non-finite verbs. So how many of you know this topic? I mean, is it new or are you familiar about this thing? Mridula and then Shritaja, I think you are familiar because I remember teaching you this, so I'm pretty sure you are familiar. But other than you two, Sonu, Ashwini, and who else is here from Unacademy? How many of you are familiar with the word finite and non-finite? Yeah, like I said, Mridula and Shritaja, I am pretty sure because I was the one who taught you that. So yes, of course. Ashwini, how about Sonu? Sonu, familiar with the topic? Familiar? Sonu, you there? All right, let us proceed. It's okay, but then for some reason, I kind of like this topic, especially when it comes to verbs. I like, anything that's related to verb is something I like. And finite and non-finite verbs happens to be a very interesting topic if you know, if you learn, if you know how to identify that verb. I will take you through the finite and non-finite verbs very quickly. Hello, Tina. But first, let me give you a little insight about what you should expect at Unacademy. Well, for starters, daily life classes and quizzes, structured courses, and of course, the unlimited access that you get. That is all the live and recorded courses. All you have to do is buy the subscription and get the access to all the live classes and prepare from any educator you prefer to learn from. And of course, get the access to any syllabus, any subject you want. And you will also have to download the Telegram application if you want to connect with us. That is by typing this link in the URL. Once you have downloaded this application, that is Telegram application, and then clicking on join. After that, you'll have to download the Unacademy learning app. Once you do that, you will be taken to this page where you will be you will be confronted with a number of courses starting from 1 month to 48 months. And these courses come with a maximum amount of discount. Well, here you can see it for yourself. The course which is available for 6 months is on a discounted rate of 33%. As you go further, it is 50, and as you go further, it is 58, 60%, and 67%. So this tells us that as you go higher, when it comes to the duration, the discount, you pay, in fact, lesser amount of money and for a longer duration of preparation. Well, another thing is the code TA01. This code is my code, and if you are going to use this code, especially when you are proceeding to pay, you get additional 10% of discount on the existing discount. For example, let us say if you were to buy a course that is available on 12 months, and then you have 50% of discount already, and then you proceed with the code that is TA01, you get 60% of discount in total. Therefore, as opposed to 15,000, you now will be paying only 13,500 for a duration of 12 months. That is, you are settled for 1 whole year with just 13,500, and you will be learning any subject you want to learn from, any educator you want to learn from. Hello, Tina. Hello, Alma. Lovely heart. Having said that, let's move to the topic. That is finites and non-finites. And in these, I'll come to this in a little later. But first, let me tell you what is a finite and what is a non-finite verb. Well, the definition grammatically goes like this. You can take a look at the screen that I have shared and you can read it for yourself, which says, the verbs which change with the change of the subject and tense are called as finite verbs. Okay? Well, not that easy to understand. I know that's how the definition goes. But I am going to give you the example in a moment. Proceed with the other explanation. The verbs which do not change with the change of the subject and the tense are called as non-finite verbs. Leave this aside. I'll come to this later. Let me give you the example. Now, supposing if I write an example which is like this. She. Now, your job over here is to pick the verbs, the number of verbs that you have over here. The statement is, she likes to play badminton. Badminton. All right. Now, your job over here is to tell me how many number of verbs do you see there? 1, 2, 3, name them. Okay. Yeah. One is, let me change the color of it. Okay. All right. Let's say blue. One is likes. Another one is play. Agreed. There are 2 verbs. One is likes. Another one is play. Now, I want you people to change the subject. And the subject over here is I, right? I'm sorry, she. I want you to change this subject into I. Change the subject into I and give me the sentence. Give me the sentence after changing the subject from she to I. What do you get? What do you get when you change the subject from she to I? Alma, change the subject she into I. Do not change the other things. I like to play badminton. All right. I like to play badminton. Agreed. All right. Now, I want you people to change the tense. This is in present tense, right? I want you to change the tense into past tense. Change this into past tense. Quick. Yeah, change it into past tense. I like Ashwini. There's a mistake. Just cross-check your statement. Cross-check your statement. It's important that you send it again after having changed the statement. Okay, when you change the tense, what do we get? We get I liked to play badminton. All right. No, dear. No, Ashwini. I wanted you to change it into simple tense. This is how it happens. Now, guys, let us take a look at, all right, which one? Okay, cool. Let me take this. Yeah. Likes, when you have the statement like this, she likes to play. Here you have likes. What do you have? A plus S verb, right? When you changed the subject from third person singular to first person singular, what happened to the verb over here? It converted itself into like. Ashwini, this is what I wanted to notice. I wanted you to pay attention to. Likes becomes like, plus S becomes minus. I mean, you do not, you remove the S over there and you write a root verb there. A root verb. So here it becomes I like to play badminton. And when you change the tense, what happens? Here the same verb becomes liked. Likes, liked. It changed from one form to another and then again to another the moment you switched the subject and the moment you changed the tense, right? Yes, but what happened to play? Did it change? Play. Did it change? You changed the subject. Did the verb change? When you changed the tense, did it change? Nope, it did not. So this explains that the verbs which change from one form to another are referred to as finite verbs. The verbs which change from one form to another with the change of subject and with the change of tense. That is, here you change from one subject to another and here you change from one tense to another. So when the verb changes from one form to another, that verb is called as finite verb. And when the verb remains intact like this is called as non-finite. Non-finite verb. Meaning, Sonu, here, one verb. We had two verbs, likes and to play. When you change the subject from I, she to I, what happened to likes? It became like. Do you see the change over here? Take a closer look. Here, Sonu. Here we had likes, didn't we? What happened when you changed from she to I? The verb converted itself into like. And when you changed it into past tense, what happened? It became liked. It became liked, but what happens to play? Play is also a verb. Even like is also a verb. Play is also a verb. But play did not change. To play did not change at all. It remained intact. It remained intact. It was to play all through. Even when you changed the subject, even when you changed the tense, it did not change. Meaning, I didn't get you. We also call non-finite verbs as verbals. Is that what you were asking? I'm not quite sure about the spelling. Let me just check, but it is called as verbal. I think verbal. Yeah, bal. Verbals. But I do not want you referring this name, but I would rather suggest you refer to it as finite and non-finite. Is that what you were asking, Mridula? Yes. Yeah. Sonu, is that clear? If it is clear, I can tell you what this is called here. Is this concept clear, Sonu? You had a confusion. Ashwini, is it clear? Alma, is it clear? Okay. So here, when the verb changes from one to another, it is called as finite. And when it doesn't change, when it remains same, we call that as non-finite. Now over here, to play is called as infinitive, is called as infinitive. This is how an infinitive looks. I will explain a little more about infinitive in a while, but then as of now, infinitive is nothing but a root verb with the preposition to, like to play, to walk, to run, to go. I'll come to that in a jiffy. Now let us go to the next type of non-finite verb. Now let me write another example on the screen. Is this color okay? The pen's color, is this okay? Or you want me to change? Guys? Okay. All right. There is a statement on the screen. There is a statement on the screen which is he enjoys working with him. All right. Now I want you to change. Okay. Before you change, tell me the pick the verbs. Pick the verbs. Pick the verbs and send it. I mean, send the verbs. Obviously, there are two verbs. Which are they? Enjoys working. Yeah, when you are sending me, make sure you are sending, even if it is a plus s verb, make sure you're sending it correctly. No, send it as enjoys and working, because it is really important for you to understand the type of verb you are referring to. So not enjoy and work, or not just work. Make sure you are sending it as enjoys and working, because only then you will understand what I am talking about. Having said that, now, okay, you have this example here. That is enjoys, number one, and verb number two. Verb number two. Now I want you to change the subject into I. Change the subject into I. What happens? I. What happens to enjoys when you change the subject into I? What happens? Enjoys becomes I enjoy working with him. Very good. I enjoy working with him. Now change the tense. Change it into past tense. Change it into past tense. What happens when you change that into past tense? Past tense. I enjoyed. That's correct. I enjoyed working with him. So what happens over here? What happened to the verbs over here? We had two verbs. Which one changed and which one did not change? Which one changed and which one did not change? You tell me the answer for this thing. Rather me telling you, you tell me the answer for this thing. Which one changed and which one did not change? Yep. Enjoy changed. Enjoys to enjoy and then enjoyed. The moment you changed the subject, enjoys became enjoy, and then it becomes enjoyed when you changed the tense. But what happens to working? What happens to working? Did that change? Did that change? Okay, somebody has already sent me the answer. Enjoys is finite and working is non-finite. That is correct. Oh, I know. Well, you want me to rewrite again? One second. I enjoyed working with him. Is it clear now, Sonu? Is it clear now? Is it okay now, guys? Okay, cool. So yeah, which one changed and which one did not change? Shritaja and Mridula have already answered. So, excuse me. Okay, quickly tell me which one changed and which one did not change, and according to you, which one is a finite and which one is a non-finite verb. Shritaja, hold on for a minute. Ashwini, Sonu, Alma, I need an answer from you people. Which one is a finite over here and which one is a non-finite over here? Okay, yeah, working did not change. Working did not change. It remained intact. Even when you changed the subject, it was same. Even when you changed the tense, it was same. Enjoy is finite. Working is non-finite. Non-finite. I know you guys might get confused with infinitive. Infinitive is one of the non-finite verbs, okay? Infinitive is one of the non-finite verbs. It is finite and non-finite. Finite is when the verb changes from one form to another. Non-finite is when it remains the same all through. Infinitive is one of the non-finite verbs. So it's not infinite, it is non-finite. Do not get confused with this term, all right? I know it is pretty confusing, but then try and remember. So here we have working, which is not changed. So what is it called? Now this question is from Ridula and Shritaja. What do you call this now? Working. What do we call this now? To play, I told you, is an infinitive, right? To play, to go, to walk, to work, all that is, all those type of verbs are called as infinitive. All right. So what is, yes, non-finite, but it has a name. What type? What is it called? This is called as gerund. This is called as a gerund. Okay. I have kind of noticed that most of you pronounce it in a very different way, this word, that is G-E-R-U-N-D. In fact, D happens to be mute. You are only supposed to say it as gerund, like remove the D. Most of you pronounce it in a very weird way. Ignore the way you guys have been pronouncing all these days, and I want you people to make sure that you pronounce it the way I'm saying it now. Gerund, like as if just with J sound, J and then like this. Gerund, not no need of this D sound either. Gerund, that's all. And this is called as gerund, which we will learn day after tomorrow. All right. Now moving on to the next one. There is one more non-finite verb which we need to establish. For that, let me write an example, which is he is writing a book. Okay, pick the verbs, name the verbs. I know there are two verbs. Name the verbs. Name the verbs. Super quick. All right. Okay. All right. Number one. Another one. Anisha, welcome. Welcome to our class. You missed out a lot. But anyway, do you know finite and non-finite verbs? Writing, yes. What about the other one? Book is a noun. Book is a noun. We are looking for a verb. Writing, yes, it is a verb. What is... Yes, Shritaja, hold on to the suspense. You guys, you're like shooting answers over here. Hold on to the suspense. And that is correct. And guys, yeah, the other one is. You have two verbs over here. This is a helping verb, in fact. Yes, yes, it is a helping verb, but it is still a verb. You cannot deny that. Therefore, you have two verbs, is and writing. Now, change the subject into I. Into I. What happens? And then change the tense, and yeah, it is a helping verb. Is referred to as, yes, of course, writing, but then change. Let us take me through step by step. Okay, I am writing a book. What happens when you change the tense? No, not wrote, Mridula. Check the tense. It is in continuous tense. So when you switch it from one tense to another, it is supposed to be continuous tense. So no, Alma. I was, that's correct. I was writing a book. So which of these two tenses, I mean, these two, no, continuous, ing form. So sorry, out of these two verbs, which one has changed and which one has not changed? Yes, Anisha, that's correct. But I want to hear it from Sonu, Ashwini, and also from Alma. Is finite. Writing is non-finite. That's correct, Sonu. Is, am, was. All of these are referred to as finite over here. And this writing happens to be non-finite. Okay, what is it called now? What type? What is the name of this verb? What is the name of this verb? Okay, even before I ask the question, Shritaja has answered it. Okay, is finite, that's correct, and writing happens to be non-finite, and that is called as participle. No, Anisha, it's participle. It is present participle, in fact. Present participle. The confusion arises when you are differentiating between the present participle and the gerund. Attend my tomorrow's class and day after tomorrow's class, and I can assure you that you will be able to identify the present participle and the gerund very easily. Trust me, I am going to help you figure it out. But today we will be focusing on, the three verb. Okay, so we have established the three, what are those? Yep. What are the three types that we discussed, guys? Number one is infinitive. Number one is infinitive. Give me the examples of infinitive. Number two, we discussed gerund. Number three, we discussed participles, right? Examples, infinitive. What is an infinitive? Infinitive, T-I-V-E. To with root verb. Examples? No, not writing. Writing. Here. Writing is a participle. And gerund also happens to be the ing form. Very good, Sonu. To write, or to walk, or to go. All the root verbs. To play, yes. To play. All the verbs with the preposition to are called as infinitives. And no, Mridula, what happened? You are, changing everything. Pay attention. To dance, to teach, very good. All those are infinitives. Gerund is again ing form, like swimming or writing or eating or dancing. These are gerund. Participle also is an ing verb. Along with the ing verb, I think somebody gave me an example of the word written. Is also a participle. Yeah, is also writing, written, and then having written. We have three types of participles, which we will discuss tomorrow. Today, I'm not focusing on that at all. As of now, just take a picture of this thing. I will take you through all the three. Participle tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I'll take you through gerunds. Yes, Sridhaja, that is correct. Today we will discuss about infinitives. I'm going to take you through infinitives. I'm going to take you through how to recognize them. I'm going to let you know the functions of an infinitive. So what did I say an infinitive is? Infinitive is a root verb with a preposition to. That is to walk. You have already given me the example. Come on, give me more of examples. To run, to eat, to work. A few of you had said to dance, to listen, to read, to play, to write, etc., etc., etc. So in a nutshell, infinitive is in fact this root verb and then. Okay, you guys have an idea of the 5 forms. Anisha, I know you do. Shritaja and Mridula also, I think you do. But what about Sonu and Alma? No, even Alma, I'm pretty sure you know. Anybody who wants me to take you through the 5 forms of verbs? Root plus S, ing, and then past tense and past participle. Sonu, Ashwini, you want me to take you through this? Anisha, I know you don't want. Anisha, Mridula, Alma, I have taught you this so many number of times that I know. But I was just asking Ashwini and Sonu because they are new here, so they might not be aware of it. So I might have to take them through. Maybe you guys can help me out in figuring it out. You guys can help me out. Okay, Sonu, pay attention. There are 5 forms of verbs. Okay, one is root verb. The first one is called as root. Then we call it as plus s. Then we refer to as ing, and then past tense. And the last one is referred to as past participle. I'm going to take the irregular verb example over here. Yeah, root verbs are nothing but verbs like walk or run or play or eat or swim. Okay, when you add plus s to these root verbs, they are actually called either root or they are called base forms. When you add plus s to this, it becomes walks, runs, plays, eats, and swims. That's called the second form. The third form, the present participle, this one is referred to as the present participle, is when you add the ing form. Running, playing, eating, and swimming. All right? Yep. And then comes the past tense. The past tense is walked. And what's the past tense of run? Has anybody answered for run? What's the past tense of run, guys? Give me the past tense of run and eat and swim. The past tense of run, ran, yeah. The past tense of run is ran, and play is played. Eat is ate. Swim, swam. Now comes the 5th form. Sonu and Ashwini, this is for you both. The 5th form, which is referred to as the past participle. I told you that the ing form is in fact the present participle. Now the fifth form is referred to as past participle, which is for walk it is walked. What about ran? Has anybody answered for ran? The past participle of run, Anisha, Alma, Mridula. The past participle of run is, I think you typed run, but yeah, is run itself. The past participle, the past tense is ran, the past participle is run. Why are you typing R-U-I-N? Play, the past participle is played. What about ate? Somebody give me the answer for ate. Eat, ate, the past participle, eaten, very good. How about swim, the past participle of swim? The past participle of swim. Swim. Swum, very good. It is swum. See the change now. Ashwini and Sonu, focus here. Ran, run, ate, eaten, swam, and swum. Now this is referred to as the past tense, and the last form, which is referred to as, this is referred to as V1, this is referred to as V2, and this is referred to as V3. This is called as past participle. So here, this and this one is past participle, and infinitive is nothing but all the root verbs with the preposition to. That's it. All right? Infinitive is nothing but walk, run, play, eat, and swim with the preposition to. All right? That is infinitive, and which is what we will be learning today. Moving on, infinitive functions like a noun, an adjective, and an adverb. There was one more thing that I forgot to tell you over here. This question is in fact for Shritaja and Mridula and especially to Anisha. Let us see if you guys can answer me this question. If you have TO2, to walk, to run, to play, to eat, and to swim, obviously you refer to that as infinitive. What would you say if you do not have the preposition? If you just have walk, run, play, eat, swim, what would you call? What would you call that verb as? This question is especially for Shritaja, Anisha, Mridula. Yeah, basically it is verb, no denial there. It is a present tense verb, no denial there. Yes, of course, it is a V1 verb, no denial. It has something. Yes, of course, it is used in Krishna. Sorry, what is your name? Krishita. Krishita, yes, this is used in simple present. No denial there, no denial there. Yes, it is a root verb. But when you do not use with the preposition to, what do you call? Shritaja, I'm waiting. Yes, it is a base form, but with to, it is infinitive. What happens without to? What happened? Shritaja left the meeting? Is she not there? Anisha, even you have no idea? It is finite, of course. I mean, if you use it in tense, in simple present, yes, of course, it becomes finite. But I'm talking about non-finite here. All right, let me tell you, when you use without to, it is referred to as bare infinitive. It is referred to as bare infinitive. With to, it is a complete infinitive, or you just refer to as infinitives. All right, it is referred to as infinitive. But with just walk, play, run, eat, in that particular case, you call it as bare infinitive. Bare as in without the preposition to. We call it as bare infinitive. Okay. Now let us move on to the next factor, which is like a noun. An infinitive functions like a noun, an adjective, and an adverb. Let me give you the examples and tell you how an infinitive functions like a noun in a sentence. Supposing if I write a statement, I like to read. Yeah, without to, it is called as bare infinitive. So here, I like to read. Now, if you ask the question, I like to read, I like what? I like what? What is the function of a noun? First of all, this we have discussed it so many number of times. The function of noun is, in fact, to function like either a subject or an object, right? So here, I like to read, and it usually answers the question, what? So here, to read is in fact functioning like an object. So when it functions like an object, obviously it is our noun. To read, not just read, Ashwini. You'll have to include to. It becomes an infinitive only when you add the word, add the preposition to. You cannot call it as a infinitive without the preposition. It has to be to. If it is without, then it becomes bare infinitive, not in all the cases, in very few cases, when it is functioning like a non-finite verb, which I will tell you in a while. So here it is to read, not just read, it is to read as well. Okay. Here, okay, this is our object, and to function it, to call it, to refer to that as an adjective, Ben has time to. Why don't you guys pick the infinitive first and then I'll tell you what type it is. Ben has time to learn grammar. Ben has time, yeah. Yes, that's correct. To learn, yes, and Shritaja, even the other example, to dance is also your object. Yes, of course. To learn over here answers the question for what. And here it is describing the noun. Time is your noun over here. Why does Ben have time? In fact, to learn grammar. Therefore, the word to learn is describing the noun. Both the nouns, in fact. Therefore, it becomes your what? When a word describes a noun, what do we call that as? What do we call that as? Guys, when a word describes a noun, what? Yes, we call that as adjective. Hence, here to learn is functioning like an adjective. All right. Having said that, let me give you the other example. She jogs to lose weight. First, pick the infinitive. First, pick the infinitive and then tell me the function over here. Pick the infinitive. Yes, to lose. Yes, very good. To lose. And here, this to lose is in fact describing jogs. And this is a verb. And the verb which describes a verb is called as, very good, adverb. Hence, here, this infinitive, to read, to learn, to lose, all these are functioning either like noun or an adjective or an adverb. All right. Having said that, let us now take the other uses of infinitive. Infinitive expresses the purpose of the action. Infinitive expresses the purpose of some action. Let me write an example over here first and then explain what I am actually trying to say. He joined evening college. college. Can you fill the blank here? You yourself fill with some infinitive with to and dash. Rather me filling it, why don't you guys do it? Why? He joined evening college. Why? Answer this why here. Fill the why. Okay. To learn. Can you like add something else? A compliment? To learn. Hello, Amrish, is it? Amrish. Hello, Amrish. Welcome, welcome to our class. To learn, to study. Very good. See, we have another word, to study. Or we can also say to any other word, rather me saying, can you guys come up with something else? Yes, to study, to achieve. Very good. To achieve or to, hello, Amrish. Hello, hello. Or to complete his college, right? Now here, to get knowledge, very good, to get knowledge, excellent. So now here, this becomes the purpose. Here, to complete, to achieve, to learn, to study, to get. These words are expressing, I think the word purpose is hidden, right? It is actually purpose. I'm doing very well, thank you. Which one to read? I like, no, here it is not describing the verb, but then when you analyze the whole statement, adverb is a word which answers the question why, where, when, and how something is done. Here, even though it is a verb, it is in fact telling you, I like what more, rather telling this is answering the question what. It doesn't say why, it doesn't say where, it doesn't say when, it doesn't say how. In fact, it answers the question what. So when you get the answer for the question what, it becomes your object. I like why. Do you get the answer? I like why. Do you get the answer here? To read. But at the same time, she jogs. Why? To lose. Wait, you do get the answer. But then here, unless you pose the question what, you do not get the answer. Therefore, it is no, meaning if you get the answer for what, it is your noun. In any scenario, in any situation, even if you are figuring out a clause, even if you are figuring out a phrase, if you get the answer for what, that is your noun. All right? Shritaja, clear? Adverb usually answers the question, these questions. Why, where, when, and how. And if you get the answers for these words, then it is your adverb. And if you get the answer for what, it is your, are you guys there? I'm not getting any answer at all. Let me give you another example. Supposing if I write, I hate, I want you to fill in over here. Shritaja. I hate what? Fill in here. Shritaja, fill in that blank with an infinitive that answers what? I hate what? Are you there, Shritaja? I hate to play, okay. I hate to dance, okay. I hate to play. I hate what? I hate to play. I hate to dance, or I hate to talk about, talk about people, or to sing. So here the answer, it answers the question what, therefore all these are functioning like an object. Supposing if I write a different example, hold on. Supposing if I write, Shritaja, what is it? Here, first pick the infinitive and then tell me how is it functioning like. Or that's your infinitive, right? To sing is your infinitive. How is it functioning? What is the function of that? What is the function of to sing over there? Yeah, to help. What is the function? Subject, object. Basically, it's a verb. No denial at all. It's a verb. Basically, a verb. But how is it functioning in a sentence? Subject, object. Yep. What usually functions like a subject? Usually, what functions like a subject? No, dear, Ashwini, it's in the beginning. So usually in the beginning is what we have the subject, right? So yes, it infinitive. Now, so here we have an infinitive in a subject's place. So what is this? Here an infinitive is functioning like a noun. Does that answer your question? Does that clear your doubt? Go for the word what. If you get the answer, you are good. Clear? All right, cool then. So what were we discussing here? Yeah, what were we discussing? Infinitive expresses the purpose of some action. Yeah. Always, anytime, anytime. Yeah, what was I discussing? The purpose. The purpose is kind of hidden. The word purpose is hidden. Let me write it up here. Yeah. Usually speaks about when the second clause, he joined evening college, is clause 1. And the other clause, which is to complete his college, well, not the clause, I wouldn't say, this is more of a phrase. Here this expresses why he joined the college. That is either to achieve yeah, you have given a number of answers: to study, to learn, to achieve, to complete his college, to get knowledge. All these are expressing the purpose behind this particular action, that is joining evening college. Let me give you another example. And I study on Unacademy. Why? Fill in the blank yourself. Or I attend, this is especially for Shritaja and Mridula and all of you. I attend Miss Ahmed's class. Why? Fill in the blank. To learn, yes, so no. I study on Unacademy to learn, to gain knowledge. Very good. Is that for number 3, question number 3 or question number 4, Mridula? To study, to learn grammar. Very good. So here when you say to learn grammar, you are talking about the purpose that is of this action. This is the action and the purpose over here is this. This is the reason behind. All right. So nobody answered the question for why do you attend Miss Ahmed's class? To improve my language skills. Question number 3. To get knowledge like you. Okay, I'm totally flattered. Thank you. Okay, Alma successful. Cool. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm totally flattered. Okay, going on to the next one. Now, this is very interesting. I like this thing to get information. Okay, next one. Next one, when you use the statement like this, I want, and then soon after want, noun, and then infinitive. When you use a statement like that, for example, I want Here, I want, and you let us say a noun like book. I want a book, and put in an infinitive. And the infinitive could be, I want a book to read. Okay, here, when you write a statement like this, want, and then a noun, and then the infinitive. In this particular case, the meaning of the statement means that you require, or you need, or you have a necessity of something. You have a necessity of something. Give me the example, similar example, so that I'll tell you the next thing that is going to make both these statements interesting. I want a treadmill, let us say an equipment to work out. I want a ball to play cricket, all right? To play cricket. So that's your need. This statement is expressing the need that you have. I want others as well. Send me your examples here. I want a ball to play. He wants a mobile to study. Yeah, he wants a mobile to study. Wants, Mridula, careful with pluses verbs, all right? He wants a mobile to study. And I want, no, Ashwini, you missed out the noun. See, let me tell you this. Here, this is want. Here, this is a noun. You need to bring in a noun, a ball, a mobile. And then you have the infinitive, which is to read, to work out, to play, to study. When you have a, Ria wants a pen to write. Very good. I want a pot to grow plants. You need to complete the statement. I want friends to share my subject, you mean, or any subject? I didn't get you. Maybe my subject. Or to discuss doubts, or to study together. Probably that's what you meant. Here, Ashwini, rephrase your statement and bring in a noun over here. And when you have a statement of this sort, it speaks about what you require. Speaks about what you require. Supposing if you have a different statement like this. Supposing if you have a different statement like this, when you write, I want to learn English. Here now, take a look at the sentence structure here. Earlier, I want, you had noun over here, and then the infinitive. But here, I want, you first have the infinitive, and then the complement. Here like this. Similarly, I want to become an entrepreneur. Or I want to study more. Now all these, he wants to gain knowledge. I want friends to study. Yeah, that was for the previous one. Yeah, I want to become a doctor is for the previous one. No. Yeah, want to become a doctor. Here, when you frame a sentence of this sort, it speaks about your desire. When you structure a statement of this sort, it speaks about your necessity. It speaks about what you require and what you need. But here, when you structure a statement of this sort, here this speaks about your desire, what you desire within your heart. I want to learn English. I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to study more. I want to become a doctor. Something else, guys? Sonu, Ashwini, I want to play cricket. That's your desire. Okay. Tell me your desires anyway. Let's see. Let me hear your desires. Need, pretty much we all are aware. Let me know about your desires. I want to learn grammar from you. All right. I'm there for you. Don't worry. Your desire, guys, others. Your true desires, not just something. Sonu, Ashwini, Mridula, Shritaja, speak about your true desires. Well, my desire, even today, I want to become an entrepreneur. This is my true desire. I really want to become an entrepreneur. I want to start my own business. I hope you know what is an entrepreneur. Guys, entrepreneur is something that when you open up your own business. I want to make my parents proud of me, not about of me. So sweet, Ashwini. Such a lovely gesture. I hope your parents are aware of this thing. So sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Someday I will. I want to become an engineer. Alma, you want to become an engineer? Very good. I want to learn grammar. More. Sonu wants to become an air hostess. Wow, lovely. Very good. Others, Shritaja, what about you? Didn't get it from you. Very good evening. Alex or Piyush? I don't know. There's so many number of names. Piyush, Ranjan, Alien, Alex. What am I supposed to call you? Shritaja, I didn't hear it from you. Okay, anyway, I'll move on. Oncologist. Wow, lovely, lovely, very good. Guys, we have an oncologist in the list. In future, we can go to this oncologist. Okay, now moving on to bare infinitives. I told you we have when you omit, I want to get a car, I want to buy a car. Oh, so do I. That's another desire. I want to buy a car too. All right. Omission of the preposition to makes the verb bare infinitive, like talk, walk, go, write. Now the question over here is, pay super attention. I'm going to give you the example where it is not an infinitive first, and then I'm going to tell you where it is an infinitive. Supposing if you write, I walk every day, I walk every day, or I run every day, I run every day, or I study every day. Here you don't have to. Do you think this is an infinitive? I mean, do you think yeah. Do you think that is an infinitive? Here, walk, run, study. Do you think it is an infinitive? Guys, if anybody thinks it's an infinitive, let me know now, because it is not. It is not. Because, no, it is not, because it is your finite verb here. When you change the sentence like if you change the subject into she, it becomes walks, and if you change the tense, it becomes walked. So this is not a bare infinitive. But at the same time, supposing if you have a statement of this sort, I can talk, or I can, no, let me use a different one. I shall call, or I will run, or I should call, or I need I need not go. Now here I can speak, yes. Now here, what is this? Do you see TO2? Do you see TO2 here? Do you see TO2? Try and change it into past tense and see whether the verb changes. You do not see a TO2, but then when you change can into could, only could changes and talk still remains the same. I could talk, I can talk, I could talk, I shall call, I should call, I will run. So here, this becomes our bare infinitive. Infinitive, what is an infinitive or a non-finite verb? It is when it doesn't change. Okay, when it doesn't change. So here we have the verb which isn't changing, but then we do not have a preposition to or to, therefore it becomes our bare infinitive. What does it become? I want all of you to write it and send it across. Bare infinitive. And give me an example with a model. I hope you know what are models. There are models like will. Okay, let me use another color. Like will, would, can, could, shall, should, may, might, what else? Must, had to, what else? What else? He may come today. Come is your bare infinitive. Yeah, any other ought to, O-U-G-H-T, ought to, what else? What are the other models? Need to, used to, these are semi-models. Used to, these are semi-models. Anything else? Okay, there are too many. We'll talk about that in our models session, which is going to be in the month of December. Let us proceed now. He will go to Mumbai. Go is your bare infinitive. The point that you have to remember is bare. When you do not have the word to or to, then it becomes your bare infinitive. All right. Hello, Sonu. Now, the next situation where you use a bare infinitive is with the verbs of perception. Yes, Sonu, she will leave Chennai. Yes, leave is your bare infinitive. That's correct. In future, in simple future, we only use a bare infinitive because we use will there. So after will, we only use a bare infinitive. All right. Okay, the next one is with verbs of perception. What do you mean by verbs of perception? What do you mean by verbs of perception? The example is already given on the screen. See if you can analyze what I am trying to say. Verbs of perception are, should I wait or? Thank you, Manoj. If you do, please attend my classes, buddy, every day at 7 p.m. Whole CH. What is CH? What is CH? I don't even know what is CH. Chapter, you mean? Chapter? Is that what you're talking? What you're asking? CH chapter? Sonu? What happened? Why are you guys not responding? Something wrong with the net? I'm not getting messages at all. Guys, are you there? Alma? Mridula? Shritaja, send me a message. I am not. Okay, well, okay, fine. Sonu, I don't know what you mean by CH, buddy. If you mean chapter, well, the only way you can learn the whole chapter, if you are referring to literature, well, to learn a literature lesson, there is only one way. It is to understand. When you are learning a lesson, do not memorize. Understand the story behind, understand what they're trying to say. And when you do that, once you have understood what the concept, even this is not just for literature, this is not just for English. Even if I'm talking about the language over here, the English language that you're learning, grammar, if you focus on understanding rather than memorizing, trust me, 90% of the work is done. You got to focus on understanding rather than memorizing, rather than, and again, one more thing, revise. These are the two things that I would suggest. Understand, even if it is English, should be the easiest because it is just a story, right? Usually 99% of the time it's the literature that we read. So leave the call, as in, I don't know what you're saying. You mean because of network issue you want to leave the class? Okay, Shritaja, if you want to leave, yes, it's almost, even I'm almost done. Just few more points and even I'm done. Yeah, and so no, that's the answer. Like I said, try and understand. Do not ever depend on memorizing because you obviously will forget it eventually. Focus on understanding. Once you do that, trust me, even if you try and remember that after a very long time, you will definitely remember that. So focus on understanding rather than quiz. We do not have a quiz today, Mridula. I'm actually trying to, teach you the concept today. So quiz is not there. Let's finish this thing a little more, and then we are done with the class. So guys, I was asking you the questions, the verbs of perception. Perception is nothing but how we perceive things, or the ones which talk about the senses, the five senses that we have. See, watch. Not you, Sonu. I mean, there was another guy called Sonu Kumar here. It was for him. I think you're able to see the chat. I totally forgot that there was another Sonu over here. There is a Sonu Kumar. Uh, he had a question. I was answering his question. So, anyway, senses: see, watch, hear, listen, feel, smell, observe. All these are related to our senses. So, when we focus, when you have verbs related to our perception, we use a bare infinitive. Let me give you the example. That is, I saw him walk inside. I saw him walk inside. Now here, pick the bare infinitive. Guys, that's the challenge for you guys. Pick the bare infinitive. I hear you go. Shagra, tech. Very good, Sonu. I hear you go there often. Next one. Come on, next one. Very good. How come I'm getting messages so soon? I feel you talk too much. Okay, send me something similar. Send me something, a statement, something similar to these examples that I have given over here. Yes, of course, you guys are correct. The bare infinitive over here is walk, go, talk. And the verbs of perception are saw, hear, feel. I saw him. This is our object. This is our object. And these are our bare infinitive. Now, I want you people to frame at least one sentence, something of this sort. You can just frame, reframe something relevant to your situation or your life or something like that. And send me an example just to make sure that you have learned. Sonu and Alma, Kushagra, Aryan. Welcome, Aryan. Hello to you too. Mridula, where did you go? Shritaja left, I believe. Yes, of course. Yes, these are relevant. Finite and non-finite verbs. We are learning about finite and non-finite. Similar example, guys. Come on, Sonu, Alma, Mridula. One example, yeah? Something similar to this. Any one example. Or should I proceed? Okay, I'll go on. Maybe nobody is giving me the answer. Another example, another situation where you use a bare infinitive is a root verb after the conjunction but. These sentences are very rare. Take a look at it. She, okay, I feel her run. No, maybe you can say running becomes ing form. I tell him. No, perception, tell is not a perception verb. You are, but I think there is network issue, I guess. That's why um I'm not able to receive your messages on time, I guess. No, feel is correct. Feel is a verb of perception, agreed. But running is an ing verb. I feel her, maybe you can convert that into a bare infinitive. And you can, to make that, can you reframe? It's not, and tell is not a verb of perception. So maybe you can make it as I saw him go fast. So no. So that way it becomes your statement. I can smell, I can smell that dish. Smell is your, bare infinitive, but not the type of sentence that I gave you here. See, pick any one of this verb. See, watch, hear, listen, feel, smell. Okay, you have, what you have done is, here, it should be soon after the subject. I saw, and then the object, and then walk, go, talk. Here, try putting in something sensible. Bare infinitive, what I'm saying. Remove can. Make it as I smell that something else. Alma, retry. What do you mean by GADHA? Aryan. Seriously, what is that? Until you come up with your examples, let me write this example over here. She has no choice but listen to him, or we can't help but. Who is a donkey? Who are you calling that? Aryan. I heard him. You are calling me a donkey. Why? Am I related to you? Am I related to you, buddy? Well, certainly yes, in that case. Might be. If I'm related to you, yes, of course. You got that correctly. We can't help but follow the rules. Alma, I heard him. Take a look at the statement over here, Alma. I heard him. You can keep your sorry to yourself. Too late. Too late for that. Don't need your sorry. You should think, rather being sorry, you should think first. I saw him walk. I need a bare infinitive over here. After him, I don't want, do not bring while, but try and bring bare infinitive. That is verbs like these. Walk, go, talk. Is it so tough? Bridila, Alma, Sonu? Is it so tough, this concept? I mean, trying to frame a sentence of this sort. I saw him walk. I saw him, you can just, instead of walk, you can also use a verb talk to him, or you can say, I hear you. Here also you can say talk, or I hear you say no, or and I feel you look. You can bring in look over here. Ignore these words. I feel you look good, you look upset, something like that. Okay, moving on. Guys, ignore these, people, and just let's focus on what we are supposed to read. I mean, learn. It's already 8:20. Let us continue. Let us take a look at the other factor over here. Pick the infinitive from this statement, please. Alma, Sonu, Mridula. She can do nothing but walk. This should be easy for you to understand because but. Soon after this conjunction, you have a bare infinitive, which is listen, follow, which is listen, follow, and walk. Now this is a bare infinitive. Obviously, you do not have to. That is why it becomes a bare infinitive. You can definitely use to over here as well. She has no choice but to listen. We can't help but to follow the rules. She can do nothing but to walk. We can also use but then. Without it also, we use sometimes, and in that particular situation, we call it as a bare infinitive. Can you give me one example each? This should be easy. This should be easy. She has no choice but put and change any bare infinitive. Change this verb into something else. That way you have your different statement. Come on, Sonu, Alma, Mridula. Mridula, where are you? Mridula, where are you? I can't see you at all. Did you leave? And Alma, I think the net is kind of persisting, I believe. All right, let me proceed to the next one. I think I'm not getting the messages. Next one is doesn't know. No. What I'm saying is after the conjunction but, bring in the bare infinitive. No, you guys are bringing in the subject over there. The mistake that you're doing is ignore. What you can do is, Mridula, you can rephrase your statement by eliminating she can. She doesn't know how to cook. No, she doesn't know cooking. No, she has no option but cook. Maybe you can rephrase that. She has no option but cook or to cook. And Sonu, what you can do with your statement is she sings song. No. You take a look at the statement now. She has this. When you take a look at this, we are talking about scenarios where we have only one option. We are trying to say that this is the only thing we can possibly do. Therefore, he has no time. But work, I think no. She has no option but dance. Okay, yeah, that's correct. She has one option. He has no time but. I think you need to rephrase that, Alma. I don't find that kind of sensible. Doesn't make sense. So she has no choice but tolerate his nonsense. Does that make sense? I have no choice but to tolerate the nonsense. Does that make sense? We can't help but stay indoors during the pandemic. Does that make sense? We can't help but stay indoors. Stay. I think this makes complete sense. We can't help but stay indoors. Stay is your bare infinitive here. She can do nothing but. She can do nothing but sleep. She can do nothing but. We can't stop but. Try and use, I wouldn't suggest you people use any other phrase. Try and use only these options. No choice, can't help, can do nothing. With these options, with these phrases, it'll be easier for you to frame the sentences. With these phrases, we can't help, maybe we can't help but stay home. Yeah, I think I've given you that. She, yes, very good. She has no option but work hard. Yeah. She can do nothing but play. Very good. Okay, very good. See, there you go. So try and remember these clauses, I would say. This will come in handy as well in your communicative English as well. If you try and use these kind of sentences, it will improve your English as well. So try and formulate at least 7 sentences. We can do nothing but learn. Seriously, Sonu? You can do nothing but learn? All right, well, that is a correct example, Sonu. Let us proceed to the next one. Sentences beginning with Kushi. You're too late today. You're very late today. Sentences beginning with let's. This one's pretty easy. When you begin a sentence with let us or let's, the verb that follows is a bare infinitive. Let's enjoy the day. Let's run a marathon. Let's think about future. Let's work hard. Pretty easy. Now here, your bare infinitive is enjoy, run, think, work. Enjoy, run, think, and work. Let's go on my work, meaning let's work out. Yes. Let's go on a walk, maybe. Let's go and do the work. Alma, Kushi, send me an example. Let's cook today. Yes, cook, work, go. All these are your bare infinitives because we do not have the preposition to or to here. Therefore, it becomes our bare infinitive. Remember, when a sentence begins with letters, it is always a bare infinitive. Let's enjoy the class. All right, with auxiliaries do. Now, for example, if I write like I do my work. Sorry, I do walk. I do walk every day. Or if I say she does wake up early. No. Does I'll talk in a minute. Let's talk about I do alone here. I do wake up early. I do wake up early. I do drink a lot of water. Give me similar examples. Or supposing you frame a question. Do you work? Do you study? Do you learn? Do you listen to music? Now here, walk, wake, drink, work, all these are your bare infinitives. Give me examples. I do study daily, very good. Do you attend the class? Very good. Where did Alma go? I do learn grammar daily. I do sing songs, very good. Excellent. So this one's pretty easy, right? Now next one is with does. With does. Here, does pluses is usually used with he, she, and it, right? I do help him. I do attend class daily. So here, with she does attend my class. Or he does eat lots of fruits. Or does she call any verb for that matter. Does she teach us? He does jog daily. Very good. And others, she does go to market. Here, attend, eat, call, and jog, and play, and cry. He does cry in the night. He certainly does. All these are your bare infinitives. And here does becomes your finite verb. Guys, this becomes your finite verb because it changes the moment it changes. Does she attend the call? Attend becomes your sorry, bare infinitive. With did, I did walk for an hour. For an hour. Or even if it is she did inform me, or he did what okay, he did write. I'm going to steal Safina's example here. He did write novels. He did not come with me. He did not come with me. Here, come, write, inform, walk. All these are bare infinitives. All right? He did sing every day. I did write my test. All right, moving on. Next with will. Will is simple future. Did she attend the class? Attend is your bare infinitive. Will is used in simple future. So I will go, or she will call, or he will invite, or it will eat. She will come tomorrow. So with will, and also shall. I shall get up early, or I shall call. We discussed about models, remember? This is one of the models. So obviously, get, call, or hello Samyak, hello Karshini. What a beautiful name. What does it mean? I'm not even sure if that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. I shall take a bath. I shall take a bath. All these are our bare infinitives, right? We shall play cricket, play. And the next one is the last one. Shall I enter? Enter is your bare infinitive there. After the phrase would rather. Now this is a bit tricky, but I want all of you, each one of you to, to give me an example with would rather, because it is going to help you in your communicative English. Therefore, I want each one of you to give me an example. Alma, you can call me after the class. I'm busy right now. I would rather, begin with me and fill in your examples and send me an example. I would rather sleep than talk about it. I would rather have tea than coffee, okay? I would rather play than study. Kushi, I would rather play. Can you rephrase and send it? He would rather take up math. It is, in fact, it means that instead of this, I'll do the other thing. Rather is used to say that there are two options, and you use it to say that if not this, I mean, rather doing this, I'll do this one. Take a look at the example here that is given over here. That is enough for you to, explain. Another example would be, I would rather call you tomorrow. Okay, I would rather call you tomorrow is also, it's more like meaning instead. Instead of this, I would rather do something else. Okay, I would rather study than waste my time. Or I would rather accept the offer than regret later. So, yeah, he would rather come than. You'll have to give me another example over there. Sonu, I would rather. Pavan, hello Pavan. I would rather, you have written it as rather come than. You'll have to bring in the word than, and you will have to explain. बहुत डर लग रहा है, पहली बात तो डरना ही छोड़ दो, क्योंकि कोई एक्सपर्ट नहीं होता, इट्स जस्ट अनदर लैंग्वेज. हिंदी भी एक लैंग्वेज ही है, और जितने भी लैंग्वेजेस हैं सारे कुछ लैंग्वेजेस ही होते हैं. आप जितना डरोगे ना इंग्लिश से उतना ही आप बात नहीं कर पाओगे. भूल जाओ कि आप मिस्टेक्स करते हो. कितनी बार मिस्टेक्स करोगे आप? एक बार, दो बार, तीन बार, आपको पता चल ही जाएगा ना. पहली बार आप मिस्टेक करोगे, दोबारा से आपको दूसरी बारी में आपको पता चलेगा कि आपने मिस्टेक करा है, तो आप क्या करोगे, उस मिस्टेक को आप करेक्ट करके यूज करने लगोगे. आप जब यूज ही नहीं करोगे, अगर डरते ही रहोगे कि मैं मिस्टेक करता रहूंगा, तो ऑब्वियसली आप कभी बात ही नहीं कर पाओगे. तो सबसे पहले ना ये डर ही छोड़ दो, ये सोचने लग जाओ कि दिस इज नथिंग बट अनदर लैंग्वेज. जब ये सोचने लग जाओगे ना, तो आपने यू हैव वन हाफ द बैटल देयर. इट्स ओके टू मेक मिस्टेक्स. इट्स टोटली फाइन टू मेक मिस्टेक्स. मिस्टेक्स करो, यूज करते रहो, इंग्लिश में बात किया करो. I would rather bring it tomorrow. He would rather come to read than write. Okay, yeah, Sonu. All right, cool, guys. And that's the end of the session. We are done. Okay, I did not recap of what we have learned today. Finite verbs are the ones which change with the change of the subject and the tense, whereas non-finite Pavan, honestly speaking, मुझे पता ही नहीं चला कि तुम क्या बोल रहे हो. Okay, here non-finite verbs are the ones which do not change. We have infinitive, we have gerund, and we have participle. And then infinitive is a root verb. We learned about infinitives and about bare infinitives today. And we learned that infinitive is something that begins with to, to walk, to run, to sit, to enjoy. And bare infinitive is something that we use just the root verb alone. Tomorrow is another class with participles. Do attend. It is again important for you to understand the difference between participles and gerunds. Day after tomorrow, it's going to be on gerunds. Tomorrow at 7 p.m., we are going to discuss about the usages of participles at 7 p.m. And at 4 o'clock, we have another class on Unacademy. That is on Educator app at 4 p.m. on direct and indirect. On direct and indirect speech. I have started direct and indirect speech. I have already completed 2 sessions already. Tomorrow we are going to be discussing about imperative, how to change a sentence into imperative, how to convert an imperative, and an exclamatory sentence into indirect speech. All right? Yes, at 4 p.m. you have direct and indirect speech on Educator app. On Educator app. Okay, I think this makes us tomorrow at 4 p.m. on Educator app, and tomorrow at 7 p.m. we will be discussing about participles at 7 p.m. on YouTube. Here. All right, guys. Okay, having said that, we are done for the day. And remember my code, which is TA01. TA01. Where's the... Yeah. TA01 is my code, and if you haven't subscribed, all the new users who have just joined, make sure that you subscribe and make sure you hit the bell icon for the notifications, and do attend my classes. I have my classes every day at 7 p.m. on YouTube and at 4 p.m. on Educator app. So thank you, all of you. Thank you, Mridula, Sonu, and Alma. And I think Sridhija left. Whoever has just joined, I have my classes at 7 p.m. Do attend tomorrow. Bye-bye, Mridula. See you tomorrow. Have a good day. Have a good night. We'll meet tomorrow at 4 and 7. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you, dear. Oh, so sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you, Sonu. Thank you, Alma. Bye-bye. All right, I'm ending the class. We'll meet up tomorrow.